Good afternoon, Immaculate Conception Catholic School staff. Want to give you guys a couple updates. First thing, I just want to let you guys know that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'll be away in Prescott working through an accreditation for Sacred Heart. Um, Ms. Kopp will be here on campus for any needs that you have, any student needs or student issues or concerns. You may utilize the office just like you would any other day. She will be filling in for me and hopefully providing that extra support that you need throughout the day. Um, it's a hard process. It's really hard to walk away and not worry about what's going on campus, but at the same time, it's a great opportunity to be able to support a neighboring school in their accreditation process. But again, if you have anything that goes beyond needing Ms. Cop, you feel free to text me or call me, and I will see what I can do and make myself available to support you during that time. Um, we have the end of the quarter coming up in March 12th, I believe. We were supposed to be off of school, but we're going to have a half day. And you'll be also getting an email with email information about in service, which is supposed to be a whole bunch of videos that you're going to be able to have access to. So kind of look out for that. Register you guys so you guys have some opportunities for professional development. And then it's spring break, and I'm telling you, enjoy it. Enjoy the break. Take it off. Leave school behind for a couple days and enjoy the blessings that God has bestowed for you and your families. The weather should be nice, so give yourself that opportunity to relax. It's been a tough year, and after having a conversation on Thursday with other principals, and we had that meeting, and it seems like we forgot that it's been a whole year with academic challenges. A lot of schools haven't even opened for in-person learning, so you can imagine the stress that some of teachers are having in schools and students, because we've had our share of stress, and we've been blessed with the opportunity to teach in person. That doesn't leave us out of the picture. One of the things that came out of that is that there's a lot of stress added to schools because students are not equally prepared as other years. I mean, it's a gap. The gap, started last March and went through the summer, and we didn't get to start in-person learning until August 8th. And many students chose not to come August 8th, and there was a lot of learning between them and us, and and we have probably a higher percentage of students that are not where they're supposed to be, especially new students that came to us last year who showed up and for a couple weeks, and then they were sent home with a Chromebook, and we didn't really get much opportunity to know them, and so here we are, struggling through, pushing through, but it's going to be okay. The gap is going to be all over the U.S., especially uh, you know given what's happening, where I know that in some of our local districts, many students haven't even had in-person learning the entire school year. It's hard, so we've got to be okay with this, and look for creative solutions on how to bridge that gap. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen between now and then. Maybe not even between now and the end of the school year, but it's going to be okay. I know it's a lot to ask, to trust that we're doing things really, really well, but we are. And the gap exists because there was a huge gap in education. There was a huge gap in educational opportunities for us and for them. So we'll get creative. We'll continue to look for opportunities to bridge the gap in the years to come, and help all our student body and you guys feel like we're doing what's right. And I know that we are, but sometimes you wonder. And I want you to know that you've done a remarkable job, and it's no fault of our own for what's happening. We'll make it work. We'll bridge the gap, and we're going to have a wider gap than any other year. It's to be expected. So enjoy your spring break without too much worry. Last thing is parent teacher conference coming up 24th and the 25th. Feel free to start those anytime. Either call by phone, set phone interviews, or invite them into the classroom if you feel like that's something you want to do, or the family feels comfortable. But share with those families, and share good things about your students, and share some concerns and maybe some solutions, and that's what this are is opportunity to build those relationships with your families and continue to share both the pros and the cons and the wins and the losses, and just continue to shine light on the academic progress of their children. But you have that opportunity to start anytime, so that way you don't worry about just those 2 days. And again, this is just words of advice from, take it with a grain of salt. But if you have students that are behind, really provide them with opportunities to make things up between now and the second, you know, uh, within the next 2 weeks before the semester is over. So where they don't turn back and try to put it on you. I mean, it's silly, but they do. And some parents buy into that. So, you know what? Just talk to the parents, let them know what's going on before the semester is over, so that there are no surprises. And it just makes it so you're really not looked at as potential. If you would have told me, I would have, which is again, it's just a concern. It is a reaction to an unexpected or an unwanted outcome. But give yourself that time to share with families, so that you're not dealing with that the last week, or that stress. Sometimes you stress over having to share some of that information with parents. Just get it out there, and if you need my support throughout that process, I'd be more than happy to help you. But I want you to really be ready to enjoy spring break. And sometimes those little things are you worry about those, or how you're going to handle that. Let's get those out of the picture, so that when spring break comes, you guys are really able to take that time to yourselves, to pray, to do what you need to do to be ready when we come back, and it's one more quarter and we're done. So again, thank you for all that you do, um, and more importantly, for the work that you continue to do, and the selfless, work that you do for our children every day. I'm so grateful to have a staff full of that much commitment to themselves, to the school, and to their children. So thank you. And again, if you have any questions between now and then, feel free to let me know. If you need my help with any of those parent teacher conferences, feel free to, reach out. I'd be more than happy to sit in any one of them that you want. So, blasting the benches outside of that teaching kind of outdoor seating area should be done by the end of this week. That way, you guys can utilize that for reading, for classwork, for prayer, um, maybe even for lunch. Just take your class out and do that anytime you want to. Hopefully, the tables will be done by the end of tomorrow, so that way you guys can enjoy that. Have an incredible rest of your week.